Hello, YouTube. It's me once again, as always, live from the bedroom. Before I get started, I just wanted to point one thing out. I don't have on a bonnet, and my hair is actually done, so it looks a lot better than it did the other day when I actually had it out. Yeah. Now that was that. Now moving right along. Um, I've been watching a few YouTube videos, and I know I might be late or whatever, but there's this thing called the It Gets Better project, and I just wanted to um participate in that, to share my story and hopefully encourage or help a few people with doing so. So here goes nothing. First things first, no one. First of all, I was confused. Well, not really confused, but I just really didn't know what to think. I didn't know who to go to explain to them the things that I was feeling. I felt ashamed of myself for a while because I just thought like I was doing something wrong, because growing up in the household that I grew up in, that's the take I got out of it. But I actually went to my sister first. Well, I didn't even go to her. I text her, and she claimed she already knew. I guess she was just waiting for me to tell her for confirmation. She didn't want to assume anything and make an ass of herself, because that's basically what you do when you assume. But unfortunately, she was right. So I actually texted her and told her, and she was pretty cool with it. As far as my parents go, I didn't tell them intentionally. Well, I didn't tell them. I was basically forced out there. I got pushed into the fucking traffic. The story is crazy. I'm not gonna mention any names, but if any of you two young ladies are watching this video, you definitely know who you are. Nothing but love. So here goes nothing. I was about 14 or 15, my sophomore year in high school, and I was dating this girl. I was a cheerleader, she was a basketball player, but we went to different schools. So one of the girl basketball players from my school actually told me that, my girlfriend at the time, was cheating on me. So instead of me, being the bigger person about the situation and, just calling it off and, going our separate ways, I didn't do that. I just started talking to girl number 2. So I had 2 girlfriends. Yeah, that's the way it went. And so I had these 2 girlfriends, and one day girlfriend number 2 was at my house and we were chilling or whatever, blah blah blah, and I had to go upstairs to get something. I don't know what I was going to get or what I was going to do, but I just know I went upstairs and I left my phone downstairs. So while I'm upstairs, my phone rung. Girlfriend number 1 was calling, and girlfriend number 2 answered the phone. Why the hell she answered my phone? I don't know. She did, whatever. Answered my phone, and words were exchanged amongst the 2 of them. And you see this little spot on my forehead? Everybody asks me if I'm Muslim or something. Absolutely not. Sorry. I got a bad case of ADHD. I get distracted very easily. Anyways, so girlfriend number 1 ended up coming to my house, and I went downstairs and they were arguing really really loud, and mind you, my mom's window was right there, so I'm trying to convince them to be quiet, trying to get one of them to leave or whatever, and it almost worked. But it just didn't happen fast enough, because my mother and my mom's boyfriend came downstairs on the porch, and In the process of girlfriend number one crossing the street to leave, my mom's boyfriend called her back over because they were really, really cool, you know. So he called her back over and he's like, yo, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Why the hell he asked her that? Because it all went downhill from there. She tried to the extreme to avoid, saying anything because she knew, like, my parents didn't know about my sexuality or my lifestyle. So she tried really, really hard to avoid it. But, you had girlfriend number two standing on the porch just provoking her and, nitpicking. So she was left with no other option. And once she said, I don't know what you know or how much you know, from that point on, I knew it was about to, go down. So I stepped in the hallway, and immediately upon stepping into the hallway, I just burst into tears because I was really, really scared. I was really, really ashamed, embarrassed. I didn't know what my mom would think, what she was going to say, how she was going to feel, if I was going to get kicked out. Mind you, I'm only 15, so, I just got all these emotions, like, running through my head. And I was in tears. I didn't know how to deal with it. So that came out. Blah, blah, blah. They left. And, when I went in the house, I just went straight to my bedroom. I tried to avoid contact with everyone in the house because, like I said, I was embarrassed and I was ashamed. The next morning, my mother and I, we, well, I can't even say we talked, but she talked. I just basically listened. She was really, really mean about the situation. She wasn't quite understanding, She actually punished me. I was on fucking punishment for being who the fuck I am. And the whole situation was just crazy. And I say that to say, I just, want to let you guys know, ladies, females, whatever you are, whatever your sexual preference may be, I just, want you guys to be comfortable in the skin that you're in. Be comfortable with being with yourself. Don't worry about what people think of you, what other people may think. Just be you, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters, and nobody can make you happy like you do. And if your family and your friends, if they can't accept the lifestyle that you're in, then you need to remove them from your life. They don't deserve to be there because they just don't want to see you happy. So I say that to say it does get better. You just have to take it one day at a time, and sooner than later, they'll eventually come around to accept, not condoning, but accepting you for you. They'll come around, so that you just have to give them time. They might be angry and not sure how to react or deal with the situation, but as time goes on, they definitely will come around to accepting you for the fucking person that you are. Don't change yourself for nobody. I didn't, and look at me now. No, but things definitely get better, and that's just pretty much it. It gets better with time, and there's nothing else to be said. it fucking gets better. It's gonna get worse before it gets better, but as any other situation does, it always gets worse before it gets better. But it does get better, and that's the best part. Deuces.